Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas on Saturday. Mayweather's perfect record will be put to the test in this fight. Since turning pro after the 1996 Olympics, the fighter from the hometown has fought many tough opponents, including brawlers, veterans, and famous champions. He has won against all these people. Mayweather always wins his fight. That was the only thing that was always true. The Times came up with the following list of Mayweather's 5 best fights. Number 5. Floyd Mayweather Jr. vs. Genaro Hernandez. Because of his great technical skills, Mayweather has beaten a number of opponents who were thought to be too tough for him to beat. On October 3, 1998, Mayweather beat Hernandez of East Los Angeles, who was the reigning World Boxing Council super featherweight champion at the time. This is how he won his first world title. At the Forum in Inglewood, Hernandez had won a string of tough fights. Mayweather won his first world title when he beat Hernandez. Oscar de la Hoya beat Hernandez in Los Angeles when they fought for bragging rights. This was Hernandez's only loss before Mayweather. Mayweather was the first American boxer to win a title shot after competing in the 1996 Olympics. He was only 21 years old at the time. Hernandez, who is 32 years old, got $600,000 for the fight, which took place in Las Vegas and was shown on HBO. Mayweather, who's 40 years old, got $150,000. Mayweather took Hernandez apart with little trouble. Judge Bob Logist said that Mayweather won each of the first 8 rounds. However, the other 2 judges gave the fight to the younger boxer with scores of 79 to 73. Mayweather said it took him a few rounds to figure out what his opponent was like. But after the second round, I started using my jab and then I took control of the fight. But I started using my jab after the second round. Because of how much better one fighter was than the other, Hernandez didn't do anything when the bell rang for the 9th round. After Hernandez died of cancer in 2011, Mayweather paid for his funeral at the Resurrection Church in East Los Angeles. Number 4. A rematch between Jose Luis Castillo and Floyd Mayweather Jr. In April 2002, Mayweather fought Castillo and won a unanimous decision. This is generally thought to be the fight in which Mayweather came the closest to losing. After the fight, Mayweather said his shoulder hurt. The punch data shows that Castillo hit Mayweather 203 times during their first fight, while Mayweather only hit Castillo 157 times. 8 months later, on December 7, 2002, Mayweather won the rematch, which was much more convincing than the first one. The rematch took place at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, and Mayweather's performance there was called masterful by the New York Times. Most boxing fans thought that the fight was a planned show that left no room for doubt. Steve Springer of the Times wrote that Castillo's nose started bleeding in the 4th round. After that, it was hard for him to even touch Mayweather with his glove. He didn't look like the kind of person who could throw a punch. Number 3. Floyd Mayweather Jr. vs. Saul Canelo Alvarez. Pay-per-view sales are still driven in large part by the belief that Mayweather will lose. In September 2013, Alvarez fought Mayweather in a fight that sold a record $150 million worth of pay-per-views. Alvarez was a fan favorite and had never lost a fight before. Because he trained in Big Bear, Alvarez would be in good enough shape to rush Mayweather and hit him with big punches. People loved it, but Mayweather added his name to the list of boxers with Mexican roots that he had beaten. From the first bell, Mayweather dominated the fight, easily outworking Alvarez, who had less experience. Even though Judge C.J. Ross, who was leaving the sport at the time, had the fight tied, everyone else thought Mayweather would win by a wide margin. In the first few rounds, Mayweather's speed was what made the difference. A columnist from the Times named Bill Dwyer said, by the 7th round, Mayweather had everything under control. He was like Floyd Mayweather, weaving in and out of the ring at will and landing 4 or 5 punches at once. At one point, he had Alvarez trapped in a corner for 30 seconds and he just started hitting him, mostly at random. Number 2. Floyd Mayweather Jr. vs. Miguel Cotto. In May 2012, Cotto couldn't beat Mayweather, but he did knock the champion down a few notches. After losing to Pacquiao in 2009 by a technical knockout in the 12th round, the unfazed Puerto Rican had won 3 straight fights. Mayweather beat Cotto, who was a well-trained body puncher, by hitting him over and over with accurate punches. He won at least 4 of the 6 rounds according to the scorecards. Cotto told Mayweather that he wanted to fight him. The 6th round was easy for Cotto to win. Mayweather knew he had to work hard to win over the judges, so in the 9th round, he pushed the action. He won that round, as well as the 10th and 11th, by putting together great punches and counterpunches. Cotto couldn't keep up with Mayweather's legendary level of fitness. Robert Hoyle's score of 118 to 110, Patricia Morse-Jarman's score of 117 to 111, and Dave Moretti's score of 117 to 111 all gave a bigger margin than what the action seemed to be. Mayweather looked so bad after the fight that he decided to switch trainers from his uncle Roger Mayweather to his defense expert father, Floyd Mayweather Sr. Mayweather Jr. congratulated Cotto on his win in the ring after the fight and called him the toughest guy I've ever fought, the boxer Mayweather Jr. Number 1. Floyd Mayweather Jr. vs. Oscar de la Hoya. Mayweather thought for a long time that the attention paid to De La Hoya was the biggest reason he wasn't making as much money as his boxing skills should have. Even after Mayweather beat De La Hoya, people still thought this. In May 2007, when they fought at the MGM Grand, 2.48 million people bought it, making it the most popular pay-per-view fight in sports history. Early on in the fight, De La Hoya's strategy, which was to rely on his jab, worked well. However, as the older fighter began to tire, the jab stopped working. All 3 judges agreed that Mayweather won the 5th and 6th rounds. After the fight, Mayweather said, "I saw his shots coming, so I stayed outside." In the 8th round, Mayweather changed the course of the fight by landing 2 more effective rights. According to the punch statistics, Mayweather landed 207 blows to De La Hoya's 122, and he landed 138 power punches to De La Hoya's 82 during the fight. But the score sheets were close. Judge Tom Kazmarek said De La Hoya won by a score of 115 to 113. Chuck Giampa said that Mayweather won by a score of 116 to 112, and Jerry Roth said that Mayweather won by a score of 115 to 113. Mayweather said, "Look at the punch stat data and you'll see why I'm the new champion tonight." He was talking about how many times his opponent had punched him. The boxer said after the match, "I just beat the best fighter of our time." You don't even have to like him. Even if you respect him, you don't have to show it. You're the only one who can decide. But it can't be argued that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the best at what he does, which is boxing and making money. As soon as the fighter known as Money and Manny Pacquiao agreed to fight pound for pound supremacy, you could tell that Money was going to make a lot of money. Most people, however, needed help picking their jaws up off the floor when the results of his win over Pac-Man, which was decided by unanimous vote, started coming in. This fight broke all previous revenue records, did better than expected, and could bring in more than $600 million. Unbelievable! That was all from this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more interesting information. Also, to get notified when we post another video, do turn the notifications bell icon on so you're notified the moment we post another amazing video.